Russian troops are closing in on the capital.
The largest invasion of a neighboring country since World War II.
The war between Russia and Ukraine started on the 24th of February 2020 when Russia attacked Ukraine with a missile strike in the capital city and some other major cities. And even since then, we all know that the war still continues even up to today. So I thought of making a video of showing how everyday life, infrastructures, travel ban and other things currently is going in Ukraine as of today. So the first thing I want to note is there is a major changes in the way people live currently in Ukraine, obviously because of the war. And some of those things are some of the things I'm going to note out in this video. One of them is a daily minute of silence.
Every day, there is at 9 o'clock, there is a minute of silence that we pay respects for the fallen heroes, and then we continue with our days.
So every day by 9 a.m. there is always this countrywide minute of silence that is observed to pay respect to soldiers who have went to the war and have been killed. It's more or less like a show of respect to those people. Another thing is that there is a curfew that is enforced. So depending on the city that you are, there's a nightly curfew in places around the country. So if you take western cities, for instance, where the war has not really hit much, the curfew starts around 12 a.m. in the middle of the night. And for some other cities that are on the front line of the war, the curfew starts around 8 p.m., as early as 8 p.m. So one of the constant things you will get used to if you are there is the siren. There are constant siren and shelter. So every time, maybe when there is a threat of missile or there is a detection that a missile will be attacked or something, you will hear some warnings, some siren that will be moving, that will be sounding around in different areas. Sometimes they might also give you a notification on your phone, and there is always these Telegram pages that give update about any missile attack and stuff like that. So the purpose of the siren is to get people to shelter, to underground shelter before the missile hits. So when there is any notification of that, you will start hearing the sound very fast. So another thing is underground schools and infrastructure. So there are some things that are daily life that we know, schools, hospitals, some arts museum and gallery and stuff, things that are important to the community and to the state in general. And one thing they do is to relocate those things underground. Take school, for instance, they are relocated underground so that the student can be safe while also learning. So there is widespread destruction. I think that's an obvious thing. So a lot of infrastructures schools, residence buildings, shopping mall, hotels, and even some historical places have been destroyed by missile attack. So it's a common thing to see a building intact, and even next to it will be a building that has been hit by a missile. Another noticeable thing is that almost in every town there is this memorial or a line of heroes, you can call it,
This is a memorial for people who were killed during the Revolution of Dignity in 2014. Signature, it says, don't let your heart to rot, a human in you will die.
So it's a place where you have pictures and names of soldiers that have went to the war, and is a commemoration of thousands of soldiers and even civilians that have been killed in the war. So you have their pictures and a short biography and a flag of each of those people. Another thing is the display of different weapons, different Russian weapons that have been destroyed by Ukraine. So it's very common to see some of the Russian military weapons that have been destroyed to be displayed in the city around people. I think it's usually just to give a reminder of people that, okay, they are also winning the war and stuff like that. Then another thing is closed airports. Almost no airport is currently open in Ukraine at the moment. And the only way in and out of the country is by train or by road. So there's no flying or anything like that. Another thing is travel restriction on men between the age of 18 to 60. So for women are allowed to move out of the country if you are not comfortable like staying in the country because of the war. But for men, they are not allowed to leave if you are between the age of 18 to 16. They are meant to wait and get enlisted into the soldier. And as a result of this, I think a lot of families have been separated indefinitely, where the wife and the children has to leave, but the husband has to wait, or like the eldest son has to also be around. And this also caused the gender imbalance in the city. So in most city, you might see like not a lot of women, and then there are some other cities that are very safe that you will see it's been dominated by women.
All the stores, cafes.
Obviously, another thing you will notice is the cost of living and inflation that are taking a hit. So the cost of living and everyday goods have rise sharply, and which is understandable because they are currently in war. Like a lot of factories have been destroyed and stuff like that.
Anyways, we're off to explore Kyiv, try to find some good sides of the city. And in my opinion, the most beautiful. Look at the golden domes, the shrines, the beautiful teal architecture, all the different layers. It was somewhat unknown to the Western world, like amazing world of another church, which is called. This one, as I understand, was rebuilt.
Yeah, it was destroyed in 1933 by Soviets, just blown up. It was rebuilt in the 90s because it's such an important symbol for Ukrainian history.
It's a pleasure to show you guys some positive angles of Ukraine because it's so amazing here.